have here simply a cake. Nothing extraordinary or nothing magical. Just my faithful old cake. Maestro, a change of tempo, please. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, the art of producing something out of nothing has always been a most delicate one. But, ladies and gentlemen, to produce a bass drum...
You missed most of his dog tricks, Bud, but the second half is tops. That's where the real magic comes.
I'll have a beer.
One beer, bottle. This Maximilian sure draws the crowd. Played the Orpheum a few months ago, but now he's on his club circuit. Winds up here tomorrow, so you ought to come early and try and catch his whole act.
Trust me with a personal item or two. Madam, would you be kind enough to lend me your bracelet for just a few minutes? Thank you.
Slow it down, Willie. That'll be 2 bits even.
Hello, Mac.
What's up, Charlie? What are you doing here?
Never mind. Just give me a shout of the best and the same for yourself.
Sounds like you're celebrating something.
Celebrating? Sure am. Make it a double while you're at it. Oh, quite a kick watching the show from out front. Almost worth the price of admission.
Here you are, Charlie. Happy birthday, whatever it is.
You know, working right alongside him, you don't realize. From way back here, you get a... well, I guess you'd call it a perspective. You see him better.
Now I have here a very simple paper comb, quite empty and quite innocent. That is, as innocent at the moment. Now, ladies and gentlemen, any of you who happen to be gun-shy, like some of my dogs here, you better leave the room now, because you see, and so that disposes of all that.
See that character? Would you believe anybody in her right mind could stick to him for 15 miserable months? Cross just about the same number of miserable states?
Look, pal, you're pretty nice. What's all this anyway? The story of your life?
You want to call it a life? Same again, Mac. One for my cousin here.
Oh, thanks.
You wouldn't let a lady drink alone, would you? Come on, Mac, set him up. You heard, I'm celebrating.
Look, I hope you can afford this good liquor, but what do you want to hang out your old wash for my benefit? I'm not pumping you.
Just pretend I'm talking to myself. Honestly, I could yell it out how happy I am.
I'm glad somebody is.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask this handsome chap here if he will select a card. Any card at all, sir. Why don't you sit down?
No, wait.
Well, sir, are you perfectly satisfied? Certainly. Thank you very much. And as for you, madam, to take your mind off your missing bracelet, why don't you play a little gin rummy? And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry I'm going to have to interrupt your little game. You know, folks, a magician's life is really a very happy one. Even though he doesn't make a lot of money, he at least has a house to live in. And you know how hard houses are to get these days. Well, folks, at least I have a house of cards.
Slick, isn't he? Oh, he's a real smoothie from way back. Just watch his hands. The way he moves them around like a hypnotist. And the way he makes with the words. Don't ask me how, but the more you hear, the less you know. Yeah, what he gives out with that fancy double talk, you believe anything. Even believe you've been someplace you've never seen at all, no matter where. Paris, South Seas, Florida.
Now, if you think this is simply an illusion, please keep one eye on my right hand, one on my left, and one on these various objects.
Illusion is right. Before you know it, he's got you where he wants you. Like they say you catch a pigeon by sprinkling salt on its tail. With that slick line of his, like velvet. Like those gardenias he always wears.
Gardenias?
Empty. Well, Buster, what are you doing here? Don't you want to go along and join your little playmate, huh? Now, where were we? Oh, yes. Well, Buster, you here again?
How you doing, son? Ready for another?
This one's on me. Hey, another round.
Okay, if it'll make you loosen up and say something.
What do you want me to say?
Anything, just so it's interesting.
Like, I think you're beautiful?
Go ahead, you can't hurt my feelings.
Honest, with all that goo on you, how would I know?
The makeup? Well, I usually take it off before I go to bed. My mama done told me it was no good for the complexion. Know something? I like you. Maybe it's because you don't talk too much. Quite a welcome change from, the character.
I'm so glad you kept the appointment, my dear. You go ahead. My table's over there. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh, here it comes. The payoff. Watch him. He'll pull all the stops.
Well, well, well. Fancy meeting you here.
See what I mean?
You know, Charlene, I don't mind a little practical joke. After all, it's part of my stock and trade. But when you leave a performer stranded in midair, you know, my dear, it's not quite ethical.
Next, darling, I left you on perfectly solid ground, right in the middle of the stage.
Right in the middle of my act.
But there isn't any more act. Not for me. No more illusions, no more tricks, no more trotting after little pom-pom at your heels. No more of you.
Now, my dear, why be so emotional here? We can talk this all out intelligently somewhere else.
Leave me alone.
Come on, Charlene, don't be silly. You know yourself, all we both need is a good old heart-to-heart talk. Hmm?
Please, Max.
Take it easy, mister. The lady's had enough talk. It so happens she's with me.
Oh, really? Since when?
Since just a minute ago. Yes, Max, it so happens sometimes. What was your name again? I didn't quite catch it. My name is Charlene. That's to my public, of course. You can call me Charlie.
Charlie, you may have had one too many, I don't know, but I hate to see you making yourself ridiculous.
Mister, unless you want to look ridiculous yourself, you better scram. Go on, get back to whoever you're with.
My friend, there is no one I would like disagreeing with more than you. However, under the circumstances, there's hardly any point in continuing our conversation. Till tomorrow, my dear, think it over.
You can see for yourself the way he talks. He makes with that love talk. Nope. I don't like men who talk too much about love. They usually forget what it's all about.